Our producer Kiko actually just handed me a statement from Prince William. I haven't read it yet, but I'll just read you a little bit. This is breaking news. My father's century of life was defined by service to his country and to the Commonwealth, to his wife and Queen, and to our family. And Prince William says, I feel lucky to have not just had his example to guide me, but his enduring presence well into my own adult life.
In a moment that will be studied by historians and whispered about by royal watchers for decades, King William V delivered a speech that wasn't merely ceremonial, it was seismic. Days after King Charles III passed away following a protracted battle with cancer, the new monarch stood before a grieving nation. His voice steady but steeped in emotion, and altered the course of the monarchy with a few weighty sentences. What began as a solemn tribute to his father's legacy quickly became a bold, paradigm-shifting announcement. Queen Catherine would no longer stand behind the throne, but beside it, empowered, visible, and essential. The address unfolded on a somber July evening in 2025, just weeks after King Charles died peacefully at Balmoral Castle. It had been a long journey since the public first learned of his illness in 2024, one marked by Charles's quiet determination to carry on with royal duties despite the toll of treatment. But William's first words as king weren't just a eulogy, they were a mission statement. My father was a man of duty, vision, and unwavering commitment to this great nation. He began, but soon his focus shifted from the past to the future. Turning toward his wife, he declared, I stand not alone, but with the extraordinary woman who has been my partner in every sense. What followed was nothing short of revolutionary. William conferred upon Catherine unprecedented powers, co-chairing royal councils, managing charitable endeavors with executive authority, and sharing decision-making responsibilities for their family and the institution itself. It wasn't ceremonial. It wasn't symbolic. It was constitutional recalibration. The Queen Consort was being redefined not as a supportive figurehead, but as a partner in governance. According to palace insiders, this wasn't a spontaneous move. It was months, even years, in the making, part of a broader vision shared between Charles and William for a leaner, more modern monarchy. Behind the scenes, Charles had reportedly encouraged William to bring Catherine into the fold as more than a supportive spouse. She had, after all, faced her own crucible, a battle with cancer in 2024 that had transformed her into an even more formidable figure. Her recovery became a rallying point, and her post-illness work with health charities endeared her to the public in new, deeper ways. When Catherine stood on the balcony beside William that night, poised in a navy dress, eyes clear, resolve unshaken, the crowd didn't just see a queen, they saw leadership. She was now to serve as an equal, entrusted with responsibilities that included foreign policy advisement, oversight of educational initiatives, and even limited veto powers within the royal family's internal affairs. Her position on the Privy Council for select matters blurred the centuries-old line between sovereign and consort, a distinction that had long confined queens to ceremonial duties. Royal historians were stunned. This elevates her to near-co-regent status, noted Dr. Elena Whitaker, comparing the shift to the power once held by Queen Mary centuries prior. And while some in the establishment reacted with unease, particularly older courtiers, who feared the erosion of tradition, others embraced the change as a long overdue correction. Queen Catherine was not an ornament. She was an architect of the monarchy's future. Public reaction was swift and polarized. Within hours, social media erupted with both praise and backlash. Hashtags like #QueenCatherinePower and #ModernMonarchy trended across platforms. Supporters lauded the move as a feminist turning point, finally, a queen consort with the gravitas and autonomy to match her title. Critics, meanwhile, lamented what they saw as a dangerous deviation from tradition, accusing William of upending the monarchy's careful balance. Inside the palace, a complex tapestry of reactions unfolded. Senior royals like Princess Anne reportedly offered quiet nods of approval, while Edward and Sophie shared knowing glances that suggested both surprise and contemplation. Even extended family members like Beatrice and Eugenie were said to view this shift as a protective evolution, and as international media weighed in, from CNN to European state channels, the consensus was clear. This was no ordinary transition. This was a redefinition. The days following the address only deepened the impact. Catherine's first act in her new role was both poignant and strategic. Multi-million-pound cancer research fund named in honor of King Charles, which she would chair herself. The move bridged personal grief and national purpose, further solidifying her as a figure of quiet power and compassionate leadership. Behind palace doors, whispers of new protocols emerged. Catherine would now consult on security briefings, a direct response to past vulnerabilities exposed by the tragedy of Princess Diana. She would oversee the royal family's public calendar, ensuring not just efficiency but emotional coherence. Every decision would pass through a new lens, one shaped by empathy, motherhood, and modernity. For William and Catherine's children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, this shift is already being felt. Catherine, long praised for her hands-on parenting style, is reportedly guiding the children's emerging public roles with care and intention. George receives tailored support as heir. Charlotte mirrors her mother's poise in public appearances, and Louis thrives under her gentle direction. Her parenting philosophy, rooted in her own Middleton upbringing, emphasizes groundedness over grandeur, nurturing over spectacle, and yet her influence extends far beyond the nursery or the school gates. She now helps shape the future of education, policy, mental health advocacy, and even succession planning. William's mention of her final say on public engagements and media strategies wasn't hyperbole. It was a declaration of structure. The monarchy, once a solo act led by a single sovereign, is becoming a duet. It's no wonder analysts have dubbed the move a quiet revolution. While the surface appears serene, poised speeches, soft glances, curated images are strong and deliberate. A monarchy that once rested solely on inherited hierarchy is now inching toward something collaborative, compassionate, and deeply human. What King William V and Queen Catherine have initiated is more than just a reaction to Charles's passing. It's a vision for longevity, for relevancy, in a world that scrutinizes every royal gesture. They are building something durable, not through grandeur, but through grace. Not through tradition alone, but through transformation. As they move forward, their joint leadership offers a model that intertwines legacy with evolution, one where love and power are no longer mutually exclusive. Whether the world calls it a power grab or a paradigm shift, one thing is clear: history was rewritten that night, and Queen Catherine now holds the pen.